there was still one more thing that you had to overcome in the book. And, sometimes, man, I just read a big chunk of the books that I'm reviewing because it's just the way it's written and the way it goes together and the story that it tells. I just don't really want to change, and I just want to put it out there. So I'm kind of going to do that right here. After all the madness in my life and the recent drama surrounding Webster Hall, my arrest, losing my kids, starting a new relationship, getting my kids back in my life, and dealing with all the drama of family court, my mom was stricken with terminal cancer. After a major operation and what seemed like a recovery, things took a turn for the worse. And through it all, she remained supportive in my battle for my kids, and I started spending a lot more time with her. It's fucked up when you know your mom or dad is dying. You go through your whole life with all the baggage and shit that they put on you and all the shit in the world and your friends put on you, and then there comes a time when you realize you have to put it all down and just let it all go. I was with her as much as possible during the last few months. We spent more time together than we had in years. We even left the city one day just a month before she died to spend some time at a horse stable. She loved horses, and she hadn't been around them since she was a child. She said it was the most beautiful day in her entire life. And later, she spent the night, and then the next 3 nights at my apartment. We had such a good time that she completely forgot to take her pain medication. I hope I can face death with as much dignity. The way she has handled it, I've never seen a braver person in my life. She makes all the men I know look like cowards. Sadly, she only saw my kids twice during her last few months, but the time that they spent together was amazing and very meaningful and picked up her spirits. And I know that she took great comfort in the fact that I'm finally in a place in my life where things are coming together in a positive way. I just wish she could have been here with us longer. She died Monday, June 15th, 2015. At the funeral, her ashes were carried out and placed on a table. They were in a box not meant to be buried. A beautiful statue of a crying angel. We all took part in reading from Bible verses. I held on to my son Jonah, and he cried quietly. My son Harley stood behind me with my girlfriend, trying to keep his composure as tears rolled down his face. At the end of the service, a slight drizzle of rain started again. When everyone was done consoling each other and people started walking away, I looked at the box sitting on the table surrounded by flowers with the hole in the ground beside it. 2 cemetery workers arrived with shovels and a rake, and I walked back and asked if I could cover her with soil myself, as I had done for my father 13 years earlier. I explained that I didn't feel right about someone who didn't know my mother covering her with dirt. They understood. I thanked them. I took the box with the angel off the table. I kissed it. My sons kissed it. And I got down on my knees and put it in the ground. One of the cemetery workers handed me a shovel, and I started to fill the hole. My youngest son, who'd been crying, came over next to me, got on his knees, and started to help me fill the hole with his hands, grabbing pieces of soil and putting them in, picking out rocks so none would damage her box as we filled it. And his tears stopped. I put down the shovel, and we both finished by hand. And then I raked the soil over, and we patted down the earth with our hands, and it was done. It was so sad, and so beautiful. The next day was Father's Day. When I started writing this book, I didn't know what the end was going to be, or what I wanted to say besides telling the story of my life and setting the record straight. But now it's so obvious what it is about. Closure. And that